Okay, let's do a demonstration of this guy. So I believe I mentioned in the email how difficult something like this can be. So yeah, it's very easy for all those upstrokes to drift into the oncoming downbeat. So getting crazy fast with this, it's just really, well, not possible. It really isn't, unless you got like a drummer you're following, and like maybe you're like following the snare hitting on all the upbeats. Just following I mean, that can work. That can be very helpful. But just following the metronome click and trying to make sure all those upstrokes are in between each click, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. So just keep that in mind when you're working on it, because I can't get crazy fast with this. Like, nobody can. Because I don't think anyone can. But perhaps there is somebody out there who is a rhythm playing anomaly and they can just easily hear and space everything between the clicks, no problem. But yeah, very difficult stuff here. So 60 beats per minute. One thing you'll notice me doing is I like to tap the body of the guitar on the down beats that I'm not playing on to really help me keep track of where I'm at. Of course, getting much faster at some pretty fast tempos, fast for this anyway, that gets to be a real pain in the butt to do. But at least at those slower tempos, to help me get a good feel for it, I will tap the body of the guitar on the downbeats that are not being played. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 120, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am saying all the count, like the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but I'm quietly saying the downbeat numbers I'm not playing on. So I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So just kind of emphasizing what I'm playing. Some of those ands of the 4 didn't come out too well. Shortness of breath, I suppose. All right, 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you get going faster, and it becomes easier to drift into that oncoming downbeat, one thing I found that helps make it easier to stay where you're supposed to is you do the upstrokes faster or earlier than you think it should be done. And that can actually put them where they belong. So if you notice at a certain speed you're drifting into the oncoming downbeat, go earlier on the upstrokes than you think you should. It might fix the issue. Let's go to 200 next. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I may have started drifting near the end there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go for the 240 here in a second. I'm going to go 220 first. This is always difficult. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong chord. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go to 180 for the repeats. It's right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Another new thing. Like to start working on single note picking with you. So see how this goes. So with this guy, if you reach 240 early, make a video of that, just like you have been doing this other stuff. Yeah, but for the other one, that upstroke stuff, if you get to 200, go ahead and make a video there. If you don't get to 200, just make a video doing the whole practice session thing again, like you have with the other stuff that you've done. Let's see. Yeah, when you're doing this, make sure that you're keeping your picking hand resting on those lower pitch strings that are not being used. And a great place to place your hand or the pick when you're doing this is right over the neck pickup. This ensures you're definitely in a good place to be covering all those strings so they're not ringing out when you're playing. So, because we got to make sure all the muting is done really well too. So you don't want to hear any of those strings ringing out when you start to play, because if they're not covered, they will start to vibrate and they will ring out. So we got to be careful of that. So here we go. 60 beats per minute. Single note, single string picking. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just start each bar with your index finger. So you're just going to be moving back and forth for this guy. All right, let's go 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. And no need to count this one. It's so straightforward, I don't think it's necessary. But you're welcome to count along if you'd like. If it helps you, definitely do it. But not super important on this one. 180, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. All right, any questions come up, let me know. I will see you again in your new videos.